Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Taiji. It is time to solve some more puzzles. I have kind of not been able to stop thinking about this game since the last time that I played it, so I've been very excited to sit back down. It was such a fun time exploring and getting our whirlwind tour survey of our game world here on top of a mountain peak. I don't know exactly where we are, but it's beautiful. And I am having so much fun exploring the area, this environment. And we did manage to solve the orchard, which I was a little surprised that we got through an entire area, our first go. And I'm looking forward to starting another area here. The dot mechanic, if you will. And I will also briefly note that there is a set of stairs over here, which I did just ever so briefly investigate right before recording and noticed that it is another path leading to who knows where. So we'll put a bookmark in that for now because I want to get started on another set of puzzles and learn a new rule set, or try to learn a new rule set. We'll see how successful we are. Okay, first of all, there are potentially 2 pressure plates to stand on here. There's like a sequence of these, maybe. So are we supposed to... okay, the most logical thing to do here, I think, is to activate the square with the dot on it, and then hit spacebar. Okay, the simple answer, in that case, did the trick. So, now, same thing. Okay, all right. You see a dot, you click a dot. I think that is the operative mechanic here. So, all right, so now we have 2 squares that are already supplied for us. We have seen this before on several other panels that I don't know that we've actually solved any of these other panels yet, but we've seen it before where one of the squares is just given and you're not able to edit it in any way. I don't know if... I suppose we can highlight them. We still haven't figured out exactly what the M key and highlighting does, but since we can, the whole point of the dots was to fill in via left click, fill in the squares with the dots on them, and that appears to already be done here for us. So we just hit spacebar and we're good. We are. That appeared to be a solution. Now, the thing that I was expecting to... Oh, wait a second. The thing that I was expecting to happen is I thought that it was going to build a bridge for me because the puzzle was solved. But is it one of these situations where I could also... another solution might be to do something like this? No. Okay. We've gotten our first instance of one of the squares, at least the first instance that I have noticed, where one of the squares on the grid, the puzzle grid, complains that we are not giving it the correct solution. And in doing so, we are getting kind of our, at least from what I've noticed, the first set of training wheels. This is the first instance where you've got one individual grid. Maybe I haven't noticed this already. Maybe it's happened before, but I'm noticing it now. The dot is blinking at us that it's not happy. So it's not happy. Is it not happy because why? Why is it not happy? Is it okay with this? Oh, shit. Okay. Interesting. So we can fill in other squares, provided they're not... We can fill in other squares, provided that they are not directly adjacent to one of the dots. We can, I think, fill in squares that are diagonal. So these 2 squares here, the dots don't complain about the diagonal squares, I think. And that does allow us to build a bridge. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see if that rule set holds. So the dots want... By the way, another thing I should mention here. We've been doing all of these puzzles so far have all involved squares that are either filled in or not. Active versus inactive. Filled versus empty. And I think the theme that they're trying to go for here is yin yang, isn't it? I'm not an expert at all on philosophy or religions of the world, but the name of the game, Taiji, I believe it does. It might refer to a number of things, but it at least refers to what I know of as the Chinese martial art that involves, meditation and flowing movements, and this music goes along with that idea or that meditative practice very well. Exactly what you would think of if with somebody who was practicing Tai Chi. And I'm wondering if yin and yang goes along with that. The concept that we're seeing is yin yang put into puzzle form, perhaps. Perhaps. Okay, let's do... It looks like there is another bridge to build here. But it also, maybe it has another tutorial panel that it wants to teach us. Okay, there is now, I think the difference with this panel is that we have white dots instead of black. Does that mean... That would, in my mind, suggest that... Let's just try what we did before, first of all, and see. I'm guessing this won't work. It does work, though. So perhaps the color of the dot is not important when it comes to what squares you fill in. If I do this, it's going to complain about that. It would complain about any solution that... Oh, wait a second. This white dot is complaining about a diagonal. Let's go back here and make sure of this. Let's go back to this tutorial panel over here. The black dot should not complain about this. Correct. So the white dot is a little more finicky than the black dots. So if that is the case, now the dashed squares. The dashed squares, are these givens? These are givens, right? So this should work. It does work. Why are they guaranteeing that these squares here have to be empty? What is that? How does that teach us what we need to know? Maybe it's some way, somehow reinforcing this the fact that white dots care about diagonals. Is that what that's doing? Oh, that's okay. Okay, interesting. It's this is a new, so we don't actually have to fill in the squares with white dots. That's actually not what's at play, is it? Could we just accept this as it is? No. So they are still not happy. Oh, interesting. So the white dots are happy if you fill in the square on which they reside. So right now, the only dot that's happy is the upper left one. We could make this happy via this, but we cannot make the lower left and the upper right happy in that same way. So how do we make them happy? Is it by surrounding them on all sides? That's what it looks like. The problem, though, it's not surrounding them on all sides. Is it surrounding them on all sides in the cardinal directions? They really don't like the diagonal. So maybe that was the rule, actually. We could have done... Oh, if I were to... So right now, this dot here is not happy because it is both filled in and it has... No, it's this one here. This one... Wait, no, I'm getting this mixed up. If I were to uncheck, if I were to make this one empty, I suspect that this dot would now be happy. No, but it wouldn't be happy because this one is at a diagonal. No, there's something I'm missing. There is something that I am missing that I haven't quite figured out yet. But I think we can make this one happy by doing this. But there's some subtleties to the rules with the white dots that aren't similar to the just the regular yin-yang squares that I haven't fully fleshed out yet. Let's go ahead and resolve this one. So there's kind of like a standard way of making the dots happy, but then you have to also... I haven't quite understood why. If they didn't want me to put... Does it have to do with the fact that they're in the corner somehow? If I fill that in... Oh, wait a second. Now it is okay. Why is it okay now? The middle two are not happy. The middle two are not happy because why? Wait a second. Wait, that works. Wait, am I... What am I missing here? Am I completely... I'm probably overcomplicating. Because this is what I do. This is what I do. The black dot was okay like this. It was not okay like that. But it was okay like this. The black dot, I thought, was okay with diagonals. That's what I thought we learned here. But here, there's a diagonal, isn't there? Wait, now the whole board is... Oh, okay, there's... The whole board is angry at me now. Does it have to do with the continuous or contiguous space that is like when you actually fill in this square here, that creates kind of these four filled in squares are kind of connected to each other? Like if we're not counting diagonals, if diagonals don't count as connection, then the fact that they are all in this connected space, these four squares that are kind of connected together, but one of them, this one here, does not have one of the white dots in it. I might be getting too complicated about this. Probably am. Because now these are kind of... Is that what they care about? Is it a matter of if the white square is in... It doesn't necessarily matter whether it's in... That might be it. It might be no more complicated than... It doesn't want to be... It doesn't want to be... Okay, okay. Let's try this as a rule set. Like, if I take away this square, now this white dot is part of... the square that it's on is an empty square, and it's connected, it's contiguous with 3 other empty squares which do not have white dots. And because of that, it's not happy. If these 3 squares did have white dots, I think it would be happy. Similar to how these 2 white dots are happy because the squares on which they reside are both contiguous and filled in. That's how my brain is making sense of things. So because I fill this in, now I've kind of isolated this dot. It's in an empty square all by itself because diagonals don't count? Question mark? Does that rule set hold if we go to this puzzle? Now, could we extend that same set of rules to the black dots as well? Do they behave in the same fashion? I think maybe they do. I think the black and the white dots might be the same. It's just that, you know, why are there black dots? Why are there white dots? That might matter at some point. I feel like it probably is going to matter at some point. Okay, so what we want to do here then is we want to build a bridge. Could we just build a bridge by simply... Well, I was gonna say we could just fill in some of these, all of these spots that don't have dots, and that would make these guys happy, right? Because now they're in their own little contiguous spaces with, like, these 2 black dots are together, and they're in an empty space. These dots aren't happy because, well, this guy's happy because he's in a filled-in space that's by itself. But the problem is that we kind of need to do... Could we do that? Would that make this guy happy and this guy happy? It would. So I could do this. And 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 I could do that. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Okay, this rule set does feel a little... At least the way I'm interpreting it, does feel like I'm overcomplicating, similar to just the yin-yang squares themselves, but so far it's working, so let's see. Now, okay, we once again have one of these panels that we can solve in a different way by walking along the panel in a snake-like fashion. This one, it looks like we have to start at this position. So now that we kind of know, I think this is one where we want to just step on every white dot so that they're all part of a contiguous, I think maybe they have to be part of a contiguous space that's filled in, right? So we kind of need to do something like this, maybe. Let's see if I can manage to do this. I think this... Let's see if this will work. I think we got it. I think we got it. Wait. Did that work? Crap. Okay, it did work. I think it did work because now we have a fail state. That's also a fail state. Okay, but it does, as you go along, it will tell you how well you're doing. Okay, let's try this again. We had it, but we can do it again. We can, oops, I fucked up. I forgot we had to do this. And leave ourselves an exit. All right. Theoretically, you know, we could go like this instead. Oh, have I already locked it in? Oh, wait, why is these other... Oh. Okay, I don't want to highlight those, though, do I? Wait, am I need to lock this in, don't I? If I think I'm learning. It's okay. It was backing up my progress, or not backing up as in saving, but it was reversing my progress. So each of these steps that I'm taking, if I can check my solution, and then when I get to this spot, interesting. Should I have also filled these in? No, that would have caused a fail state, right? We want all of the space that's not dots to be empty space, because otherwise they'll be mad. That works. I think that's the only way you could solve that, because you couldn't, if you have to start at this square, which is what it looks like, you can't just start anywhere you want. If you were starting in the empty space, then you'd have to, well, the empty space would have to be filled in, and the dots would be the empty space. I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. I think we're making sense of these. Okay, now we've got a little curveball where my complicated rule set might be thrown to the wind. What does 2 dots mean? Tutorial, though. That's why we have a tutorial panel. That won't work, right? No. Okay. Does it mean that it wants to have those 2 filled in? Okay. Does it mean that it wants... There's only so many ways this can work, right? There's only so many ways that this can work. Okay, so... Oh, I wonder if that's... I wonder if that is the rule here. Because there is 1 dot... Oh. 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 We need to add up the dots. We need to add up the dots so that it's a little bit like there's a little bit of a, you know, these might actually be the closer relative to the Tetris pieces from the witness. Because if there is, you can have a single dot. If there's 1 dot, you can have it by itself, or if you decide to connect them so that they are both a part of either a filled-in space or an empty space, then I mean, I think maybe I explained it in a complicated way, but I think I was getting at the correct behavior. The dots have to count up to the number of squares that you have either filled in or left empty. So a 2 works in this case, but 3 does not. If we could do 2 empty, and that would work. So 2 yin or 2 yang, and we're good to go. Okay, I want to head inside the monastery? Question mark. But I also want to look around outside. What is this? What this be? It doesn't seem like outside of the... I have not been experimenting a ton. Oh, that actually reveals the inside. Okay. I feel like it probably shouldn't do that unless I'm actually inside the building. We've maybe discovered a slight quirk of the system here. Okay. Eventually, maybe if we get through all of these puzzles, we can make it into the little garden area out back here. But so far, I have not noticed anything that outside of these little puzzle panels that could potentially be interacted with. So we solved that one. Let's head inside. And it looks like we need to start here. Oh, so now we have a series of these floor panels. And it does appear... Like, I think we came across, last time, we came across a floor panel that it felt like you could start anywhere, but I might need to look at that again. I could be wrong. Maybe it also had one particular square that was a starting point. So if this one is our starting point, then we want, I think we have to have the dot squares have to be a part of an empty space. They each need to be a part of a size 2 empty space, which we can do like this. Cool. There's no way that these dots, the 2 dot squares, if you will, these ones to the sides need to be an empty space. The question is this guy. Does this guy need to be... I think this one also goes in an empty space. We go like this. Okay. There might be an alternate solution there, perhaps. I haven't thought about that too deeply yet. Now this one... Well, actually, maybe they all need to be a part of empty spaces, because by nature of my walking, I have to connect. I don't think I'm able, because I don't think I'm able to walk diagonally. That is not something that is allowed. So yeah, we can backtrack. We can... Well, if I do walk diagonally, wow, I actually did walk diagonally, but it doesn't register it. Here I happen to go up and then left while kind of trying to go diagonal. So now my current square is here, and I could check if my solution is valid, which is not going to be in this case. They're all angry at me. But if I want to back up, I could back up to this square. It shows me my active square by slightly raising the next potential moves that I have from the end of my sequence that I've walked so far. So now if I want to back up to this square, I hit spacebar. Cool. I like that little touch. Good detail. I think... I mean, this is the same thing, right? We're just reinforcing the notion. I think we're reinforcing... This is why this feels like Tetris pieces. We're reinforcing the notion that... Oops. Yeah. I didn't mean to hit spacebar yet. We're reinforcing the notion that it doesn't really matter where... Yep. It doesn't really matter where the dotted square lies within the contiguous space. It just needs to be a part of that contiguous space. That's the lesson that I'm learning. I hope that's the correct lesson. Now, I mean, if we are doing the Tetris thing here, I'm suspecting that we can add them together. We can add them together. Yes. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Now, could there be a No, once again, the only way that this... I'm thinking a few different things. If this is your first time here on the channel, I like to say that I have a... my brain is like a cat chasing the laser pointer. So I will often sidetrack my train of thought going in multiple directions as I'm looking toward the next puzzle and thinking through the idea that came to mind, or I was trying to say that these puzzles are set up so that the dots have to be in the negative space. That doesn't necessarily have to be true if there are enough dots. If there are enough dots or dotted squares, we could potentially connect them all together. And maybe in this case, I don't think I have enough yet. I still don't quite have enough to fully do that. So I think I still have to go negative space. But now, I'm wondering if this is the first one where we can actually put them all together because of the slight difference in the arrangement here. We've just moved this square over into the middle column. I want to say, except somehow my panels got screwed up. Oh, well, that's okay. No, we're just going to be a little bit, okay, I can't quite do it. All right, it's because I wanted to be able to go, like this. I wanted to step on this square and then step on this square, but it doesn't work that way. You have to continue like a game of Snake. You have to continue on. You can't cross over your previous path. So that's not going to work. So are we still on negative space? Perhaps we are. If we are, that means we probably are ending on this square. And we would actually now I'm not so sure. Oh, but no, we can, wait. I didn't mean to reset it. Am I thinking this? Oh, they don't have to. It doesn't have to be like this. I could make it like a T shape. I was thinking I had to do 1, 2, 3, 4, but I could do 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I do that, then that means I could also do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, right. That's how we do it. Boom. Okay. This is fun. I definitely have a, Tetris puzzles were definitely one of the ones that I gravitated to the easiest. So anything that works in this kind of a putting shapes into the right place, arranging things in some sort of a grid, I get drawn to those very naturally. Now this one, is this the one where we're finally flipping the script? I wanna say it is. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Boom. Let's go. I think we know the rules, guys. I'm hoping we know the rules. We'll see what curveballs could be thrown our way. Now, this, okay, we've seen white and black dots. So we had noticed that there was a difference in the color, but we have not seen them both on the same panel yet. So now my theory would be that you actually cannot combine the two. Yeah, I think they want to exist either one or the other. This would be a valid solution, or this would be a valid solution. Boom. Okay, so in this, so yes, cannot combine dissimilar colors. I think that one is a forced, you're forced to do one solution there since these cannot be edited. Still don't know exactly what the highlight is there for. Is the highlight an actual mechanic that plays into how the puzzle is solved, or is it some way for you to kind of mark out a potential solution? I wonder if that's it. I wonder if this is your, I think that might be it actually. It allows you to MS Paint in game and try to strategize how you're going to solve the puzzle. Maybe there might be more to it than that, but maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, this is cool. This is guys, I am having a blast. This is so much fun. Absolutely. And it's also, you know, very fun when you kind of are figuring things out. All right, now this one, oh, this is fascinating. This is so, I think I see what they're doing here. In order to solve, okay, I think I understand what we're doing here. We're gonna build a bridge in a moment, but we're gonna put a pin in that and stay over on this side. Let's try to finish off the sequence of tutorial panels and see what happens when we open a door. Again, I think there's probably two solutions here. Let's just verify that. Reset the puzzle and solve it the other way. Cool. Okay, I'm feeling pretty confident about this. So now here is an interesting twist because we need we need, oh wow. Okay, so what we need here is, will that make these two happy? It does. It, again, the diagonals actually don't matter. I was overcomplicating things. The diagonals are not important in so much as long as they don't connect, you know, if you did this, like this is a diagonal to the blue square, so it actually does not care about it, but the yellow square, or the yellow dot, does care about it because it makes a space of 3 as opposed to a space of 1. So what we do here is we kind of build a lattice structure that isolates the blue dots, so they're in their own little compartment. That is an empty space, and then yellow's good as well. This is great. Awesome. Now, this one actually, because these are at a diagonal, I feel like I could just do this. Am I missing something? No. And in each of these cases, given these layouts, that we're not forced with a dashed box to go any one direction, I feel like these could always be done reverse, right? Yin yang. There might be some twists, some plot twists to that, but when we have a symmetry like that, I think we'd be able to do it. Okay, color fusion on this one. This is interesting. This could get so complicated. I love it. I'm scared, but I also love it. I'm also a little bit, the cat laser brain is a little bit sidetracked here, thinking about, do these have any importance? Or are they just here for looks? Our colorful flower beds, which seem to match the colors that are on the panel. Okay, no commingling of dissimilar colors, so let's see if we can make that happen. Is it easier than it looks? Is it actually far easier than I was making it out to be because diagonals just work? It really doesn't, it's not, it looks so scary, but because you don't have to think about the diagonals, it just works. Now, it would be more complicated, obviously, if there were, you know, anything more than just the single dots. Once you get the double dots, and I think we've now seen, last time we had seen some puzzles where there were like 3 dots, 4 dots, 5 dots, but that's, we kind of, I think, know what the trick is. So when we see multiple dots, we just know we need that many squares. Correct? Okay, this did look like a dead end, and it appears to be that way for the moment, at least until we build... are we building a bridge to these little... There's some steps here, or is there a boat? Ooh, that would be fun. That would be so fun if there is a boat. Okay, but that looks like a dead end for the moment. Although, did it light up the cable over here? Actually, I'm not sure if it did. I did not notice. I wasn't paying close enough attention there. I'll have to see in editing what happened. Okay, so this is very cool because I think what we're doing is we are building a bridge first to this platform. We're first doing a bridge to there because I cannot actually build a bridge that goes directly to this side. Diagonals don't work. But then, once we're here, we can build a bridge the opposite way. Yin yang. I love this. Okay, so we've got another set of panels here, and then... Oh, there's our 5 dots. Oh boy. Does that mean that there was a bridge here that we could build? There it is. Okay. So this is a shortcut, right? That we could build so that we don't have to do this little almost airlock system on this bridge. So do we know the rules? Is it just adding together squares and making sure that you've got, so these two need to be together. Can we just go like this? So this is 7. Wait. Yeah, we just add it all together. That one is naturally there to build the bridge. Oh God, this is brilliant. Brilliant. The endorphins are all over the place right now. Good stuff. Okay. How do we do this? Do I want to be working on this set of panels to open this door? Or do I, or we've got diverging paths as well that I'm not sure about. Do I want to be building toward this? Oh my goodness, this is so much fun. We technically reached here first. So let's do this first. But I think we're on a good path of understanding the rules. Maybe. This is a little bit, this one here is a little tricky because it's asking for 4 for each color, but we're on a 3x3. How do I segment these such that I have 4 contiguous in each, they each have a 4x4 contiguous space that they're happy with? We cannot put them together, correct? We cannot. Diagonals don't matter, right? Diagonals don't matter. Diagonals don't matter. How do I do this? This one, because if I put that there, oh, okay, that's how you do it. That is how you do it. I also love this music. This is so soothing. What an atmosphere. Fantastic. Could I... Oh, I could actually afford to do this. No. That connects them. I can't do that. I cannot do that. What I could do, however, is that. That's not how we navigate. Got to remember my navigation here. This one, starting to get the hang of this, maybe? There we go. There we go. And... Well. Like that? Oh man, I think we got it, guys. I think we've got it. No. Yes? Boom. Okay, cool. Reinforcing what we know. What we hopefully know to be true. So now where? Now where to? I kind of want to go this way. I want to see, can we actually solve this? So we've got 5s. We've got 5s in... I think this is actually a very easy one, isn't it? Well, it's easy, but it also could be done in multiple directions, right? We could build a bridge to this platform. We could build a bridge to this platform, or to the top platform. Let's go to the top first. Oh, wait a second. No, we can't. That's not how that works, because this makes 4. So is there actually only one solution? At least for the moment. Until we have to navigate to this platform, and that allows us passage to the top here. Clever. Clever. Okay, now they're forcing... Now we're forced to use 4 on the sides. We're forced to use 4, and then we have to do a 5 in the middle. And the 5 is already filled in. But was that the same way on this other puzzle? I don't remember. So we could... It looks like we want to try to build here, because there's another platform or another panel to get to. So it looks like we want to do this, but that doesn't quite work for the other squares unless we do a little bit of... We have to be a little bit clever here and do That? Just need to make those corner squares satisfied. And now we want to build a bridge to the top left. I feel like we're probably going to be doing a similar trick here. Nope, that's 5 down there. That's good. And then we want to do that. Diagonals don't matter. So does that mean, yeah, we actually cannot get directly, we're going to have to go all this way around through here? Oh, this is so cool. Did we, I don't, okay, I'm seeing like broken, what are these? Broken screens, broken panels. I don't think we've been to this part of the island yet. I don't think we saw this in our first episode. So this is brand new here. And now it looks like we're introducing something a little different, but because of the fact that they are giving us 6 and a 4 on a 9x9, it would suggest that there is going to be some subtraction going on. So perhaps, yeah, these are our subtractors, and we're supposed to combine those with the 6 in order to make 4. Would that work? The problem is that we have to do this. Nope. No. That. No, that doesn't work either. Because now this is just 3. This one is filled. This one is empty. We want to do... We could make a square here. But that doesn't work because if this is subtraction, then we need to have these in an area that's 4. That is 4 squares. Do we do it like... I couldn't do it like this because diagonals don't work. It kind of needs to have a square there, and then it's a question of, do we go here? Aha, we do go there because then I can leave that one. Boom. It is subtraction. That's the only thing that made sense, right? Kind of had to be. And I also know that we're kind of doing Tetris pieces here. We're kind of this is where, if you have not played The Witness, potentially, you know, there could be some confusion here, but also like I think there's really only, if you've made it up to this point, figuring out the rules, I feel like this one's not too hard to put together. 6 minus 3 is 3. So we go like this. But then that separates from that. This space is happy, but this is not quite enough. We need what now? What about like this? Boom. You gotta just be a little bit... Okay, well, I guess that has to happen. And so then that happens. Okay, all right, we're getting this. We're getting this, guys. No problem. No problem. Now it looks like we're doing the subtraction in the negative space. So we just have... So 6 minus 3 makes 3. So these have to go together, right? So we have to do this. And then do we have to combine them? We have to do 6 minus 3 and 6 minus 3, I think. I think we need to do that. Because I don't know... Well, let's experiment. This should be correct, and that lights our cable. But let's experiment. Interesting, the cable does stay lit. also similar to the witness. But could we live in a world where the fact that the 6, -3, -3 all exist in the negative space, do they just cancel each other out? They do. They do. Good to know. In this case, that doesn't work because we've got an unhappy 6 filled in the corner. But these guys are okay with that. Even though they're in a space that's like, you know, not... If you can cancel everything out, zero sum means you get to live with whatever you've got. Good to know. Oh, and also my OCD needs to put this back so that it is actually solved. Let's go. Oh, all right, we got another mine shaft that we're in here. I wonder if we're actually going to be... Is there going to be a time where we're actually manipulating the environment such that, you know, mine cars are moving around or anything like that? That would be interesting. Okay, we have another map here, I think. Let's add this to our... There it is in the middle. We've got the dots. We're doing Tetris dots. And I'm loving it. It's so much fun. Okay, so we could continue on in the mine shaft. Or we could... Oh, there's a new panel over here. This suggests to me that we need to learn what these do somewhere else and then come back here. This is our... This part is locked off to us. Blocked off for now until we're able to do that. So maybe actually that is... Oh no, there was a panel up here that we could do. So maybe let's just continue before we move across back into the lake, or building a bridge across the water. Let's see about continuing with the puzzles in this section. So we have now, of course, the subtractors are the same color as these. So we should do a little bit of experimentation to see whether... I'm guessing the single subtractor cannot be combined with the 6 yellows. So that would make a 5. Those are not happy. I think they can only be combined with... Yeah, they have to be combined with like color. So does that mean that we can do that? Yin yang. Boom. The symmetry is so satisfying. Now, we're doing a 5 - 1. And a 5 - 1. Sorry, 6 - 1, which is 5. Cool. Symmetry. Oh, man. Now, we could use the subtractor with either. Yeah, we could use it with either. I think if we have 6, we could actually do, if it were, that makes for, actually we cannot combine the 4s with the, or maybe we can if we did it like this. Well, no, that would be too many. It would have to be, no, that was correct. That's 7. That works. The problem is these guys. But maybe it's not a problem because we just go like that. Oh, snap. I was kind of just experimenting there, and I kind of stumbled into the solution. So I'll take it. I am liking these. We've got a good flow. Any curveballs so far have not been insurmountable. Oh, and now, in case you didn't learn it before, you're learning the lesson that a zero sum means you don't have to care about it. Let's go. Zero sum, zero sum. Is it all just zero sum? Not quite. It's a little bit more finicky than that. So I think it's because these zero sums do still need to be separated by color. So the zero sum yellow can't be in the same space as a zero sum blue. So we kind of need to we just need to segment these off into their own spaces. Then they're happy. Okay. Okay. Can't do a zero sum here, I don't think. Oh, except you can. Except you totally can. Oh, that's not going to work. Hold on, let's, I was just trying to take a stab at this without thinking it through. Let's see. Can we've got six singles, 8 subtractors. If we do this, wait. Oh, okay. Did I miscount? We have 8 singles and 8 subtractors. I totally just miscounted. Derp to derp. Just me being a dingus. Don't mind me. There's almost, with some of these, there's almost a bit of, I don't know if this is what was intended, but I have a feeling it probably was. That, like, I am, my style of thinking or my approach to these games is a very methodical, meticulous, analytical approach. But I'm also sensing that the intention behind the game, the reason that it's called Taiji, is in part because you're not necessarily, like, you can obviously solve these analytically and very logically, and that's what we're doing. But there's also almost a just like if you were practicing Tai Chi out in your Zen garden, there's a little bit of a flow to these puzzles, like a little bit of an intuition and a symmetry that you're almost meant to just flow through the panels with. That's what I'm sensing, at least. We'll see how long that lasts. Some of these might get so complicated that there's no flow allowed. What do we have here? We've got 9 and 9, 18, minus 6. And we're on so that's 12, but we're on a 4x4. Did I do that right? That's if we're adding everything together. If I'm just separating them, I can do a 9 minus 3, and I can get a 6 on each side. Okay, it looks like we have our first subtractor of more than just 1. I think all the subtractors up to this point. No, maybe there was a 2 I forgot on the very first tutorial panel. Most of them have been singles. Now we get one that's 7. Okay. I don't know that the shape is important. So far, I have not been considering shape at all. The only thing that has been significant to me, and I think that is the case, is the count. How many squares? So if how many squares is the only thing that matters, we don't have a zero sum, I don't think. We've got 9 and 7, 2. 9 and 7, 2. 9 minus 7 is 2. I don't think, though, that we can... We're not supposed to... I don't think we're supposed to combine these together, because that would be 2, and they're 3 squares, so that doesn't make any sense. Also, they're too far apart. So what we want to do instead, I think, is use these together. No, that's... Actually... Hold on a minute. Hold on a moment here. Hold on a moment. If I put if I put if I put these 4 together, that would be, I would need 4, would I not? 9 minus 7 is 2. 9 minus 7 is 2. If I put them all together, don't I have to do that, though? Let me just confirm that I can make one of these happy. I think this guy here should be happy. Wait a second. Wait a second. What? Why are these all happy? Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute. Wait a gosh darn minute. What am I... Huh? Okay, we found a curveball that's actually had us do a swing and a miss. Why does this work? Is this a special sort of piece that's not actually meant to count as 7? It's not a -7 somehow? I did not mean to reset that. Let's do it the other way. Let's make this one 9. Now these will be happy? What happens if I do this? These are all happy? So... why the hell are these happy? What? What? And then the whole thing goes haywire. Okay. Is there actually a shape aspect to this? Those are all unhappy. Everything's unhappy. What was the scenario? Hold on. So we need to go systematically. This is definitely this is the more systematic part of this. So this here, am I just doing my math completely wrong? I think I was doing my math completely wrong. I'm a dingus. 9 plus 3 is 12. Minus 7 is 5. I don't know what I was thinking, but I somehow was not understanding that this just makes the correct math. Okay. Math is hard, especially when you're doing it on camera. So we need to have a space of 5. Like that. Yeah. Don't overcomplicate things. Remember, kids, don't be a dingus. 5, 9, subtract 9 subtractors, and then 9. Aha. Easy. Let's go. Oh, that cable went out over here. So what actually did that light up? What did that activate? 1/2 to something in here. Okay. Okay, so we've got a cable. I see now. I see that we have an orange cable over on this side that needs to be activated. Okay. Okay. Well, let's get to activating it then, shall we? Let's figure this out. 4, 4, 4, 4. 4, 4, 4, 4. It is on a 4x4. So we either have 4 separate spaces. Actually, we probably do have 4 separate spaces, don't we? Like that. And then this one, these need to all be separate as well. But once again, oh no, this is gonna be, this is, We have to do this. Can't quite do it like that. What about this? What about something like... no, that doesn't work. Wait, why am I building it like that? What I would much rather do actually would be this. This guy? But then we have these two that are problematic. Do I have to go like this? But then these are connected. So we're running into some issues here. I had initially thought that I could just go like this and then like this, but those are connected. All right, how do we cleverly slice and dice? What is the trick? The trick, perhaps, is the fact that these here probably it needs to be the case that either yellow and white are the filled in squares. Since these guys are at a diagonal, they can be the same thing. Which would mean because I think we have to have yellow and blue have to be different from each other. Correct? Which means that blue and like it has, I guess all four of these have to be like this or like this. Those are basically the same thing. Like this kind of has to be involved in whatever the eventual solution is, I think. Because we can't combine, correct? We've already seen it. We know that we can't. Dissimilar colors cannot be combined into the same contiguous space. They can't be added together. So we kind of have to live with this and build out from this starting point, I think. So that means that the 4 that go to blue actually probably fall into a pretty narrow range of possibilities. You could see, you could have this. You could have this. You could have this. And then those same possibilities repeat themselves along this other axis. But you can't quite go that far. So that solution is that's not part of the solution. So maybe this is a very, you know, this is the logical, analytical side of me potentially starting to think about, okay, let's just start with this and see what solutions we can live with if this is the solution. Let's assume that this solution works like this, that for the blue squares, that is, and then see what happens with the rest of this. Does that work? Does that work? Not quite. I think that actually doesn't work at all. If I put blue in this T shape here, I don't think I can arrange black in a way, because now black only has this or this as its possibilities, and neither of those satisfy the rest. So blue cannot be like this. What about this? Oh, does that work? Yeah, but then these are connected together. Black could go like that, but then there's too many in white and yellow. How do I properly separate? It kind of, it feels like it has to be like this. Did I just solve it? I just solved it. Okay. All right. Alrighty. Alrighty. These are so much fun. This is gonna both open our door here to a new area, but also light the other. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to light this cable in both directions. Let's not get distracted by that fact. Let's focus on just solving the puzzle for now. 4 colors once again. 4 colors once again, this time in sets of 3. Sets of 3 that kind of need to, once again, since they're grouped together like this, they need to be offset from each other. They need to be like this. Are we finding the flow? That feels more like the flow, right? The Taiji flow that they want. I think that is the intended way to think about the game. Okay. This is fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. So now I think we've got our 2 cables lit. Our yellow and cyan cables leading into this structure, but we need to get in the structure now. So it's time to head around and how did we get in here? Oh, is it here? Right here. Right there. I think we have solved all the panels that we can inside the mine, right? We need to figure out what this does. Do we want to try to take a stab at this? There's no way that works. No. And there's no training wheels either. So, yeah, let's leave that for later. Should be able to solve this. Should be able to figure this one out. The ones are potentially your starting points. The anchor that kind of gets you started. You also do, of course, need to think about the fact that you're building a bridge here. So that maybe we want the 1 to be in a filled in space. And then the 2 and the 3 are kind of connected together. Potentially. Now, at the same time, the 1 may not be by itself. It might be like this, right? How do I actually... So, the first challenge, of course, is I need to get across to one of these platforms. And so I need my solution to build a bridge for me. If I just go, I could solve the puzzle, right? I could just go like this. But that don't build a bridge that I can walk across. God damn it. That doesn't get me anywhere. So that's not good enough. How do I build a bridge such that, or how do I solve the puzzle such that it builds a bridge? If I go, what if I went like this? 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Aha. Aha. Now I don't need to build a bridge that way though. I needed it to go across. Oh, but I can switch. No, I can't switch the directions because this is for this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Like that? I hit the reset button. I hit R instead of spacebar. Excuse me. Oh. Right. Well, that kind of screws things up. Or does it? That's too many, I think. That is too many. But that's also... well... crap. How we do this? How do we do... Do I need to... Do I need... Do I need to go straight here? And if so, can I go straight there? Is that even a possibility? Because if I do that, then this is not happy. I need to do something like... the 2 and the 3, these guys are kind of screwing me up. Is that what we're meant to do? I feel like I'm losing count here. Oh, right, because this 4. The 4 needs to be connected, so I can't build that like, okay. Let's just start over here. Hold the phone. I feel like I have to do this. I don't think there's ever a world where we are building the bridge on top of the yellow dots, because I don't think we have enough of them to actually get me, because I need to be able to bring the dots in from the sides, or I need them to be a part of some contiguous spaces from the side, and also get me a bridge from the left to the right. And with 10 yellow dots total, I don't think we can do that. I could be wrong. No, I don't think so. Because they would have to... Yeah, if you're stretching them across, like... Yeah, there's just not enough. So we kind of have to include the blue dots with our filled-in squares, which build our bridge. Could potentially go like that. No, that doesn't quite work though. Well, maybe it does. Hold on. Maybe it does. Is that the Taiji? That's the flow. You gotta find the flow. Oh my gosh. It looks intimidating. It looks like a nightmare, but it also just might, it probably has a flow to it. One way or the other. We're gonna want to, oh, right. Okay, but that's fine. We just need, we build this bridge by, okay, we do this by going, we create a zero sum here. We create a zero sum here and a zero sum. Oh, wait a second. 9 minus 9. But then it also needs to be... Oh, can I include if I do this, I could potentially... Would that work? What am I... Oh. Oh, and this is not enough here. This is not enough. I'm still doing not enough. Like that. I'm not doing enough squares here. Hold on a minute. 4 and 4, 4 and 4. Crap, crap. I need to give this. Dang, where am I? Where am I? Hold on. There are... It's a 5 by 5, correct? So there's 25 total. And I have 9 plus 4 times 4 is 16, so that's 25. Minus... What do we have here? 8, 12, 20. Okay. So I just go like this. I'm making this way freaking harder than it needs to be. I obviously I want to get up to here, but first I need to change the direction of this bridge. And I can do that by simply going like this. Boom. And now we can rearrange this guy to go like that. Or not. Wait, what? Wait a second. How did this work? That works. That works. But the other one doesn't? Because I have... Right now I have 8 minus 8. But in the other case, I have 12 minus 13. Oh, I'm doing... I did the thing again here where it's 4 minus 3. Can I do this correctly? Can I do this? Does it let me build a bridge here, or is that not possible? Do I need to instead build the bridge back from here? No, but I can't get there. No, I can get there. Is that all? Is that what I'm doing? I'm stepping all the way back to this one and now going in this direction. Can I do that? Can I, let's go ahead. This is where I think our marker system is going to come in handy, because I'm going to mark out the solution that we have at the moment. So when I get rid of this, now what I don't know is whether resetting the puzzle is also going to reset my markers. Let's quickly test this on this other panel to see what happens. So if I mark this guy and then I do a reset, the marker stays. That's what I was hoping it would do. Also, this one shows that it's marked. It shows that there is a highlight. Again, the highlight might have more of an effect than I'm giving it credit for, but so far I'm going to presume that it is simply for keeping track of solutions so that I can simply reverse. I can keep the picture of what I had previously, but reverse it. Boom. Now, okay, so now when I implemented, when I locked in this solution, my markers went away. So that's interesting to note. But now we can get into the next building. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Okay, what are we dealing with now? Looks like doesn't look like they're introducing anything new in terms of rule set. So if we're dealing with the same rules, we just need to, the only difference is that the dot spaces are locked in. So the 3s all need to be connected together in the filled in space, and the rest are part of the empty space. Does that work? No, that does not work. Because the 5 is a little picky. That doesn't work either because the 2s are now isolated. So I'm not sure if this one is supposed to be symmetrical. If we did, let's see. That doesn't work for the 2 down here. Could we connect? Could we do this? Now this 2 is happy, but this 2 is not. Could we do this? Now that 2 is happy. Are the other 2s happy? They would have to be, wouldn't they? Cool. Re's all the way down on this panel. That one's nice and symmetrical. Two's in the corner. 2's in the corner and a 6 in the middle. Okay. We could make those 2's happy like this, right? Are these still supposed to be flashing at me? This is a situation where the... I'm pretty sure the ones on the bottom row are happy, and the rest are flashing at me, but because it's flashing red, and they're already red, it's a little tough to tell. Now, I could go like this, and then I could go like... Oh no, that doesn't do it. Hold on, before we connect the 6, let's just do what we did. Let's just do what we did with the rest. Okay, so now the 2's should all be happy. And we can make the 6 happy by doing that. Not quite. No, yes. Boom. So satisfying. All right, next floor. Oh, wait, are we almost here? Are we almost here? This is beautiful. We have a bonfire that we're about to light. I'm calling these bonfires because I don't know what else to call them. And also I'm a Souls player, so, you know. One final puzzle for the road. What do we have? What do we have? Okay. White, black, and blue. Black have to be the filled in. And then white and blue have to be not filled in. Is it? This one is also given to us as a filled in. The total squares, it's a 6x6. And we have, how many total dots? We have 20 worth of white. We have 12 worth of black, which is 32. And then another 6 in blue makes 36. So we are we doing something as simple as... I don't think that quite... Or... We don't want to quite go that far. Is this correct? Boom. There we have. The shrine has been completed. The shrine. The shrine was very good. I enjoyed the orchard, and I really enjoyed the shrine. The, oh, we might have a little issue getting out of here, but we'll navigate that next time, because this is where we will wrap up this installment of Taiji. I love this discovery, perhaps, or again, I don't know if this is how the game is intended to function, but the feeling that I'm getting, the intuition that I'm building, is that some of these puzzles, especially if you understand the rules, there's a flow to them. At least in the shrine there was. The shrine definitely brought that feeling to the forefront of my mind, and perhaps that's the main source of enjoyment here. But there's still so much island. Why do I call it an island? It's not an island, but because I have this tie-in to the witness in my brain, I still think of the connection to the lovely island from the witness. But wherever we are, the mountaintops, the the shrine connected to the orchard, this whole wonderful environment that we're exploring. We will find a new area to dive into next time and solve some more puzzles. I'm so looking forward to it. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.